Hello everyone and welcome. Wyatt here. It's a nice warm day and I thought I'd take some time to maybe hunt for some garnets hopefully. Brought some classifiers. So what I'm wanting to do is just to collect some garnets and some maybe garnet shards, and something I want to try doing is collecting an abundance of it and maybe putting them into vials or just little collection containers, and maybe finding some decently sized garnet crystals that are not small and broken up. Now for those of you who watch my videos, you probably recognize this outcrop behind me. We've got some amphibolite as well as some biotite, almost like schist, that is loaded with garnet. So what I'm going to try here is to collect some, hopefully some garnet, large garnets, and maybe some garnet shards. I have found large masses of garnet that I need to figure out how to clean up because they're usually coated in oxides and biotite. So you can see there's like this schisty stuff here with the garnets, and there's also some amphibolite rock that's loaded with garnet material, and then it all falls down here. So I'm going to try classifying this out and see if I can get some garnets out of it. And as you can see here, all these little nodules, those are all garnets that are in the rock, and right here as well. Down here you can see a lot of it's fallen to the ground, and I believe that's one right here actually. Yes it is. See, there's a garnet in there, but I have no idea of telling whether it's a really nice garnet or just fractured. But you can see it's covered in this biotite stuff and this oxidizing mineral. So I'll take this back with me, and then later on I'll see if I can clean them up and see if they are worth cleaning up. I already have a few at home, but it'd be cool if this was like a big garnet crystal, whether it was fractured or not. So I'll sift through this stuff here and see if there's anything worth taking out of here. Probably just a couple scoops at a time so I don't overload my classifier. That's a garnet there. It's all oxidized over and covered in biotite, so put that off to the side. Well, classifying isn't going very well here because it's all damp, so it's all sticking together, which makes it kind of difficult to actually sift this stuff through. So maybe I'll save the classifying for when we're by a body of water like the lake or the creek. What I think I will do is look for the larger garnets here, because the problem with the classifying right now is it's damp, and when I shake it back and forth to sift it through, it's forming these little mud balls, and they're not going to go through. So I'll search for the bigger stuff, kind of like that. See right there, that's a garnet there. It's just completely covered in biotite. If we can scrape the biotite off, clean it off, I believe you'd see the garnet. Hopefully. Something I just noticed, we got some like weathering quartz here. Wonder if there's any good stuff back in here, whatever this is. Alright, here's that one garnet piece I found. The biotite's really locked on there, so it's hard to remove it, but you can see there right above my thumb, you can see a little bit of the garnet, hopefully. Spin it around. There's areas where you can see the garnet is visible. Alright, so I think I'm going to dig right here. This is a pegmatite right up here, and then we have this schisty amphibolite with garnets. And then we have this vein here. I might dig right in between this layer and see what I can pull out. Garnet covered in biotite, right there. Come on. Look at that. See that? Just layered with biotite. And then got a garnet here and a garnet there. Completely covered over, and a little bit of garnet there. I don't know how these are going to clean up. I'm just going to take them and then figure out a way to clean them up at home, maybe, just to see. Alright, so I decided to come down to the lakeshore, and it's still frozen, surprisingly. Even though it's melting. Here's where I wanted to search for garnets, sift for garnets, because we got this giant amphibolite with a whole bunch of sand right below it, which is now underneath the ice. As you can see, it's just got huge garnets on it, so this would have been a good spot to collect garnet shards. Alright, so I got the tumbler. What I'm going to try is cleaning off the garnet by tumbling it and some matrix stuff that I bought, or grit. So here's one of them. It's pretty dense, you can see all the biotite on there. So what I'm hoping is if I run it through the tumbler, it'll help get some of that biotite off. So I bought some of the stainless steel shot, as they call it. This stuff was 14 bucks, so hopefully it's worth it. I think it's absolutely ridiculous that this was $14 for a pound. Some other website wanted like 40 bucks for a pound, which I think is just crazy. But I couldn't find it in any local shop, so I had to go and buy it online. And it came within just a couple days, so stick it in here and we'll give it a shot. Since it's stainless steel, I'm pretty sure you're able to reuse this. So pour it in, throw this in here. I actually saw this method online done by someone else, and I'm going to give it a shot. Hopefully it works for me. I believe he put like a shot of dish soap in there, so probably for, I don't know what that does. That's probably good enough. So I'll put this on. We'll let this run for a couple hours. It's kind of hard to do one-handed. Alright, so I'm going to throw this on the tumbler. We'll run it for an hour or 2, 3 hours, I don't know. We'll try a couple hours, and then I'll see what it looks like after a couple hours. And if I don't like the results, I'll run it overnight, and we'll see what it looks like after a night pass. If it doesn't work out with this one, I'll try a different stone to see if that has a difference as well. I got this in the dark spot. It's going to be hard to see, but this is it right here. Let's turn it on. There it goes. I should probably lube it up. I recently had to put a new belt on it. This has never been used before. I bought it at a yard sale, and they never used it either, so... Alright, so it's been about 2.5 hours. Let's pop it open and take a peek and see what the garnet looks like. Gonna have to pry this off. If I get it on there really tight, it gets pretty sealed on there, so let me pry this off real quick. Foamy mess. Huh, gonna have to rinse it. Alright, so here it is. Definitely removing material, just not as fast as I hoped it would work. It's exposed more of that garnet on top. It wasn't that exposed before. It's exposed some other ones. So this isn't a solid garnet like I initially thought. It looks like a huge concentration of garnet in one spot locked in with this biotite. So I'll run it overnight just to see what happens, and then I'll throw maybe some different ones in there eventually too. Alright, so let's drop it back in there and tumble it overnight. Alright, let's pop this thing open. It's been going for well over 12 hours, about 15 actually. Hopefully there's a noticeable change. Let's find out what's inside. Alright, so here it is. Not much has changed. This is very, very solid. You can see there's some biotite down in here in the crevices. You can see there's some garnet sticking out here and there. Like there's a garnet right there. And there's another one, large one right there. There we go. You can see that. It's hard to tell even now, but that's the top of a garnet right there. There's some more sticking out. So I thought this was like maybe a large solid garnet, but it seems to be a collection of garnet. And this is like a metallic mineral here, so usually I find these with the metal detector, so I'm wondering if this is a whole bunch of magnetite concentrated in like these little blobs here that are locking in the garnet. And in between the crevices, like these little valleys in the rock, you can see there's biotite down in there. It's been protected. And then this is just getting polished by the stainless steel that I have inside. Yep, this one's already drying out. Don't know if I'm going to tumble this one any longer. Doesn't seem to be doing much. There's still biotite and stuff on here, but the minerals are very hard. A lot more compact and tight, held tighter together than I imagined, actually. Alright, so let's plop that in there, and I'm going to go back and study some more calculus while this tumbles for a while. And then I'll come and check on it, and then maybe I'll throw another one in there. It almost looks like it's polished, the biotite. Biotite is part of the muscovite family. My rock tumbler belt broke, so can't do any more tumbling, but here's the result. So these weren't solid garnet crystals. I'm not sure what they exactly were, but it was more of like a whole bunch of concentrations of metallic minerals. These are metallic enough for the metal detector detects them on the metal detector. So, yeah. Maybe I'll throw them in the tumbler in the future a little bit more. This one really polished up more than the other one. You can see the biotite in there, and red garnet right on top there, if you can see that. And we got quartz everywhere. I need to get my crusher built so I can start testing some of this stuff, seeing if there's any good gold in there. I mean, we've already done the metal detecting in the area. This is going to conclude this video. I know it was a short one, not very exciting, but I decided to try to get something out real quick. It's been a while, about a month since I got a video out. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this short video for what it was, and I'll see you in the next one, and I'll see you all later.